My wife told me she was working late, but her messages told another story.
The message came late in the evening while I was closing up the shop. My wife, Alina, texted saying she'd be home late because of work emergencies. I didn't think much of it at first, but something about her tone felt practiced. When I got home, the house was dark except for the faint light glowing under her office door. I knocked gently and asked if she was okay. She didn't answer right away, and when she finally opened the door, she looked startled. Her laptop was slammed shut so quickly it almost echoed. I asked if I'd interrupted something, and she forced a smile, saying she was just stressed from deadlines. I tried to hug her, but she flinched like I was a stranger. That one moment told me more than her words ever could. The next morning, she left early without saying goodbye. Her coffee cup was still on the counter, half full, which she never did. It was a small thing, but it felt wrong. At work, I kept checking my phone, just waiting for some normal, everyday message from her. Instead, I got a text from my friend Liam. He asked if Alina had switched cars. I said no and asked him why. He sent a picture. It was her, getting into a black SUV with tinted windows. My stomach twisted into knots as I just stared at the screen. I couldn't focus for the rest of the day. I left work early and drove home, replaying every strange detail from the past month in my head. When I walked into the house, her perfume still lingered in the hallway. Her gym bag wasn't where she normally dropped it. I went to our closet and found an expensive shirt that wasn't mine. That shirt felt like the kind of confirmation no one ever wants. I sat on the couch waiting for her, but she didn't come home until almost midnight. She walked in, trying to act like everything was normal. I asked her where she had been. She said she was at the office again and then accused me of being paranoid. That's when I showed her the picture Liam sent. She froze, and she claimed it was just a coworker giving her a ride. I asked her why she didn't tell me, and she snapped that she didn't need my permission to get a ride with someone. That anger wasn't defensive, it was guilty. I told her we needed to talk, but she just said she was too tired. She walked right past me and locked herself in the bathroom. I sat awake for half the night, just trying to understand when our marriage had become so fragile, so broken. The next day, she made a mistake. She left her laptop open on the kitchen table while she went to take a shower. I didn't want to snoop, I really didn't, but something in me felt pushed to the edge. Just then, a message popped up from someone named Kay. The message said, "Can't wait to see you again." Last night was perfect. My vision blurred as I tried to steady myself. I scrolled through the chat and found weeks of messages filled with plans, compliments, and promises. He told her she deserved someone powerful, someone who wasn't stuck in a small life, and she wrote back. She wrote that she was tired of being married to a man who played safe. The words just crushed me. When she came out of the shower, I confronted her immediately. She tried to lie at first, but the evidence was sitting right there on the table between us. Then she just broke down crying. She said she didn't mean it, didn't want to hurt me, and didn't think I would ever find out. I asked her why. Why did she do it? She said she felt invisible in our marriage. I told her I had been right there, trying my best every single day. She said she made a mistake and begged me not to throw everything away. But mistakes don't happen repeatedly for months. She just sank to the floor, sobbing into her hands. I didn't feel anger anymore, just a disappointment that was deeper than anything I'd ever felt before. That night, I slept on the couch. In the morning, she had already left. There was a note on the table saying she was going to give me space, but it didn't say where she was actually going. Later that day, Liam sent another photo. It was Alina and the same man, eating lunch at an expensive restaurant. My heart broke in ways I didn't know were possible. Right then, I decided I wasn't going to beg anyone to choose me. When she came home that evening, she looked hopeful. She asked if we could talk. I told her we could, but not in the way she expected. I handed her an envelope. It contained separation papers. Her face dissolved into shock as she read through the pages. She said she didn't want a divorce. I told her she had already created one without signing anything. She tried to explain, but every excuse sounded like rusted metal scraping against concrete. She said she loved me. I told her love doesn't look like betrayal wrapped in secrecy. She fell silent, finally realizing the weight of her choices. She asked if there was any chance to fix things. I said that healing starts when the truth does, and her truth came far too late. She cried quietly, the kind of cry that comes from genuine regret. I just wish she had chosen that regret before choosing him. She packed a bag and left that night, promising she'd change, promising she'd fight for us. I didn't answer. 2 weeks later, I started breathing easier. I found peace in the places where pain used to live. Sometimes silence tells you everything you need to know. And sometimes losing someone is how you find yourself again. I wasn't angry anymore. I was just free, for the first time in a long, long time. And that freedom was worth every broken piece I had to pick up. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more.